Hi class, it's Mr. Trez. And this video is going to be about using the Pythagorean Theorem to find missing side lengths of right triangles. Our learning objective, the student will be able to use the formula for the Pythagorean Theorem to find missing side lengths. The objective will be met if the student receives a 100% on their Google Drawings assignment. Our essential question: how can the formula for the Pythagorean Theorem be helpful when trying to find the missing side lengths of right triangles? So let's take a look at the Pythagorean Theorem. This is one of the most famous and useful theorems in all of math. And it states, in a right triangle, the Pythagorean Theorem says the sum of the squares of the lengths of the legs equals the square of the hypotenuse. The formula for the Pythagorean Theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where a and b are the legs, and the hypotenuse is represented by the variable c. The way that we're going to solve this is by using a three-check method. Check 1, we're going to write the formula. Check 2, we're going to substitute properly. And finally, check 3, we're going to solve. So let's take a look at our first example, which says right triangle ABC is shown. What is the length of the hypotenuse, x, of triangle ABC? So just by looking at this triangle, we can see that we're given the two legs of 8 and 15. We know this because these are the two straight lines that form our right angle. We are missing the hypotenuse. How do we know that? Because the hypotenuse is the side that is directly across from the right angle. It is represented by the variable x, and that's what we're going to try to find. So we're going to use our three-check method. Check 1, we're just going to write the formula. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, for check 2, we're going to substitute. So, a squared, that's going to represent one of the legs. It doesn't matter which one we choose, but I'm going to choose 8 inches. So we're going to make that 8 squared plus b. Now, b represents one of the legs as well. Since we already used 8, we're going to put 15. And that equals c squared. Well, the c represents the hypotenuse. And in this example, it's represented by the variable x. So we're going to write x squared. Now we're going to simplify. 8 squared, or 8 times 8, is 64. Plus 15 squared, or 15 times 15, is 225. And that equals x squared. We're now going to continue to simplify. 64 plus 225 is equal to 289. And that equals x squared. So now, when we get to this step, we don't want x squared, we just want x. So, in order to find x, we are going to find the square root of 289. And the square root of 289 is 17. And 17 is equal to x. Now, for our last check, is we just want to check it for reasonableness, because a common mistake is to put 289 as our final answer. That would be incorrect. So let's just check it and see, does 17 look like it's reasonable? Well, if this bottom leg is 15, and this looks a little bit longer, so 17 seems like a good, strong, reasonable answer. So our last check is we're just going to write our final answer. We're going to say x is equal to 17. Let's try one more example. Right triangle DEF is shown. What is the length of the hypotenuse x of triangle DEF? Again, we're going to use our three-check method. Check 1, let's write the formula for the Pythagorean Theorem. Check 2, let's substitute. So here we are missing the hypotenuse, the side directly across from the right angle, but we're given the two legs. So a squared will be 3 squared, plus b squared will be 4 squared, and that equals c is represented by the variable x, so x squared. Let's simplify. 3 squared is 9, plus 4 squared, 4 times 4 is 16, equals x squared. 9 plus 16 is 25, equals x squared. Now we don't want x squared, we want x. So in order to get x, we have to take the square root of 25, which is equal to 5. Check 3. Let's just check it for reasonableness. Okay, 3, one side is 3, another side is 4. This side looks like it could be 5, so it looks like a good, strong, reasonable answer. So our final answer is x equals 5. If you have any questions, please send me an email, and thank you for watching this video.